Welcoming guys into my NFL Week 6 recap. We're going to start off with the Thursday night game. We had the Eagles travel to the Giants. The Giants got an upset win on Thursday night, getting a fantastic win at home against the reigning defensive Super Bowl champions. Cam Scatterbo had 19 carries and 3 touchdowns in this game. Jackson Dart had 196 yards passing, 17 out of 25 throws, 1 touchdown, and the Giants win 25-17 with a late Cam Scatterbo touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns in the game. He was fantastic. That means Jackson Dart is the second rookie quarterback to beat the Eagles in regular season since Travis Tidwell in 1950. So again, great win for the Giants. And who knew it who knew it that if you start a young quarterback, you maybe actually will win some games and maybe save Joe Jordan and save Brian Dow. Who thought it? I mean, imagine if you actually went into the first 3 weeks of the NFL season and actually started Jackson Dart in the first 3 weeks instead of having Russell Wilson out there. I know that Jackson Dart did take a hit and Russell Wilson had a cameo in this game, but great win for the Giants here. Moving on to the Sunday morning game in London, England. Broncos and Jets. Jets are still looking for their first win of the season, but they went into this game 0-5. Broncos, they're 32 now. The Broncos got a great win with a late field goal to make it 13-11. And jolly old England, chip chip and whatever the fuck. But yeah, good win for the Broncos. For the Jets, just keep on tanking, baby. There's only 15 more games to go, baby. Moving on to the late Sunday afternoon games, we had the Rams traveling to the Ravens. Now going into this, the Ravens were 1-4 going to this. The Rams pretty good again, kind of finding their old form from 2021 when they won the Super Bowl. The Rams easily dispatched the Ravens on the road, 17-3. Matthew Stafford threw for 17 out of 26 throws, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry had 102 yards, 24 carries. Derrick Henry didn't have a bad game, but it's just Tyler Higbee just sealed the win with a first and goal touchdown to make it 17-3. And you look at this, I said it, but the Ravens now 1-5 in the AFC North. This has to be Harbaugh's last year. You cannot be going into 2026 and having Harbaugh as your head coach, because again, you don't want to look back at this and you don't want to look back at this Ravens team in a couple of years and go, yeah, that Lamar Jackson was pretty good. Lamar Jackson was a multi-time MVP, elite level quarterback with Derrick Henry and Rashad Bateman and Marcus Edwards and all these other different parts, but they never appeared in a Super Bowl together. And why is that? Because of fucking Jim Harbaugh. He's been there too long. When you've stayed at a place for too long and you go from becoming the hero to becoming the villain. Yes, Harbaugh's won a Super Bowl, and at some point Harbaugh will go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But again, it's what have you done for me lately? And that Super Bowl win was 13 years ago. It's like you haven't done a lot for me since, John. Moving on to the Cardinals and the Colts here. Colts going into this 4-1 team. They dispatched the Cardinals at home 31-27. You had Kobe Brissett, who was stepping in for Kyler Murray, 320 yards, 22 out of 44 throws, 2 touchdowns. But it didn't really matter because the Colts got the job done here with a Jonathan Taylor touchdown to make 27-31. And this is the first time the Colts have been 5-1 since 2009 under Peyton Manning. So fantastic of what the Colts have really transformed themselves this year. We had the Chargers traveling to the Dolphins. The Chargers get the job. The Chargers get the job done here, 29-27, with a late field goal in the last couple of seconds here. to make it 29-27. A lot of big pressure now on Mike McDaniels. Does he stay in the job? As I'm recording this on a Tuesday night, he's still in the job. So, and that could all change in a couple of days. But Justin Herbert 29 out of 38 throws, 2 touchdowns and 264 yards passing. He had a fantastic game, and the Chargers move on. Then we had the Patriots traveling to the Saints. Obviously, the Saints had a great win last week. Patriots got a great road win here, 25-19. Drake May had 18 out of 26 throws, 3 passing touchdowns, 261 yards. Again, fantastic. People, again, I've said before, people have been sleeping on the Patriots. I think this year they're going to be a good contending team for the playoffs. I think this year they got a great win against the Bills last week. They come on the road this week against the Saints, and they get a good road win against the Saints. Even though I know the Saints are a dumpster fire, but you know what I mean. It's a good win. You got to win those meaningless games, and in the past, the Patriots wouldn't have done that in recent years. Then we have Seattle. We have Seattle traveling to Duval. So Jacksonville coming off a fantastic home win last week against the Chiefs on Monday night. They come into this game at home again, but they lose 20-12. Good win though for Seattle. Sam Darnold had 295 yards, 16 out of 27 throws, 2 touchdowns. Duval. But yeah, good win for the Seattle, and you know what, Jacksonville, and they've been pretty good stuff for them as well under Liam Cohen. Okay, I won't do it again. Then we had the Cowboys traveling to the Panthers, and once again the Dallas Cowboys defense lets them down again. And I said it in my picks, the Panthers to get the job done. Panthers win here at home, 30-27. That Matt Eberflus defense, he's bringing some Bears football to Dallas, because they're injecting that. I mean, losing to the fucking Panthers here, 30-27. Bryce Young had 199 yards for this game, 17 out of 25 throws, 3 touchdowns. Pretty impressive game for Bryce Young, and a great win here. A late field goal to make it 30-27 to the Panthers, and Bears football in Dallas, guys. Then we had the skid marks, the Browns and the Steelers going at it in the AFC battle in the AFC North. The Steelers are 1-4 now, making it 23-9. Again, this is what happens when you don't know what you're doing at the quarterback position. Don't know what you're doing at the GM position. Andrew Berry thinks he knows what the fuck he's doing with this organization. Kevin Stefanski, maybe look over your shoulder. You draft 2 quarterbacks in a draft class. You don't know who you're going to pick as your starting QB. You started with Joe Flacco. Now it's Dillon Gabriel. He has some flashes of being okay, but Shedeur has been left out in the cold. If I'm Shedeur and Deion Sanders, he should say, look, son, don't go to fucking Cleveland. Go to fucking Baltimore. At least you're going to actually, I know you're going to be a backup there in Baltimore, but at least you're going to get a start. You're behind Dillon Gabriel here. What the fuck are we doing here as in the Skid Marks organization? But good win for the Steelers, man. Then we have the Bengals traveling to the Packers. Packers were heavy favourites going to this, minus 14.5 point favourites. They get the job done here at Lambeau Field, 27-16. I was talking about pressure on Stefanski earlier. There's got to be some pressure on Zach Taylor. 219 yards for Flacco. You're drafting Joe Flacco. Your season's pretty much over. 41-year-old, the young lion himself, Joe Flacco, starting at quarterback. Again, it's probably time to just fucking close up shop and just forget about 2026, baby. But yeah, good win for the Steelers, for the Packers here, getting the job done. Chase Brown tried to get a 2-point conversion, but again, it was too late. Steelers got the job done. The Packers got the job done. Then we had the late afternoon games. 49ers traveling to the Buccaneers. 49ers win. The Bucks get the win at home, 30-19. The Bucks are now 5-1 now. Really impressive start to the season. You had Mac Jones had 347 passing yards, 27 of 39 throws, 1 interception. Then we had the Titans traveling to the Raiders. Raiders win here, 20-10 here. again, I was thinking maybe last week there was a bit of a turnover, a bit of a they maybe found something that's clicked in Tennessee, but the Tennessee front office, they just, after this game, Brian Callahan was fired, and now the Titans are looking for a new head coach. How's that going to go for Cam Ward's development, knowing that if he wasn't truly behind, again, only 2 years in Tennessee for Brian Callahan, but didn't work out, and ultimately, who are they going to bring in? Maybe Joe Brady comes in, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a Joe Brady comes in, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, the Raiders are now 2-4 now, good win for the Raiders. And then we go to the Monday night games. We had the Bills and the Falcons. Oh no, then we had the Lions and Chiefs. The Chiefs beat Lions 30-17. I already covered that. Then we had the Monday night games. The Bills traveling to Atlanta, to face the Falcons. Falcons get a great primetime win here, 24-14. Michael Phoenix got 250 passing yards, 20 out of 32 throws, 1 touchdown. Bijan Ross had 19 carries and 1 touchdown. And then the last Monday night game, part of the doubleheader to close out Week 6, was Bears football. We had the Bears traveling to the Commanders. And it was kind of, I don't know, even the Commanders were playing a bit of Bears football, Commanders football. The Bears did a job done here, 25-24. They had a good start to the game as well. They was like 13-0. Like, what is this? Is this Bears football? Is this actually trying to actually be a playoff contending team here? But yeah, Bears get the job done with a late field goal, 25-24. A great win against a playoff contending team in the Commanders. That's a great win from the Bears. Caleb Williams had 252 passing yards, 17-24 throws, 1 touchdown. Jaden Daniels had 211 passes, 19 out of 26 throws, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And that is my recap for week 6. In the comments, leave you guys thoughts on the week that was week 6 of the NFL in the comments. And I'll be back in a couple of days to talk about my week 7 preview with the Lions and the Buccaneers. We better fucking win the game, guys.